Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Ladder Legends replay analysis. Today we got Mr. EightNovem. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. And then against a barcode. TvT is the worst matchup. Let's see what he said. What did Novem say? Greetings, benchmarks. At 4:30, I saw a bunker in a tank. It's natural. Decided not to push. Tried to control the map. At 6:50, I saw I was moving out. I tried to buy time and build more units. At 7:50, using my natural 7 Vikings, 2 Ravens, 4 tanks, and Marines. I tried to hold this, but I couldn't. Questions how to deal with that? Where are the mistakes? Okay, first and foremost, as far as holding these kinds of pushes on Ultra Love is the worst map for that. These tank spots are juicy and ridiculous on both sides. It's really annoying to deal with 1.5 to 2 base pushes on this map. But let's see. So, first big mistake. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong guy. All right, double gas. We're going for our reactor. I'm assuming we're going to build some Reapers out of this. Units. Where's our Reaper? Home. So, as far as Reapers go, you want to keep it either on top of this ramp or here. Positioning is important because it will guarantee get the first hit, winning you the war. Or if it doesn't get the first hit, maybe you can grenade them back down the ramp and buy yourself enough time to get away. Plus, maybe your command center is super close to being done. You can buy yourself that extra second or two you need with the grenade and it being out in front. All right. Factory coming down. Hellion, Reaper. All right, we're doing 5 Reaper, 3 Hellion. 3 Reaper, 5 Hellion, it looks like. No, it's 5 Reaper, 3 Hellion. That's what it is. He's going for your standard 1-1-1, which just nets him tank nets him tank and Viking production faster, especially if he swaps over on the barracks. Let's see. So once we have all the units, yep, we should be moving out on the map here. Reaper comes at our base. I'm assuming we're about to F2 everything back. Look at that. We attacked our own starport, allowing the Reaper to get away. So that wasn't great. So ideally, we don't F2 everything back. We just allow the single Reaper that's already in our base to kill that Reaper. And then we have everything else going across the map. Because let's see. Let's go back a couple seconds here. Right now, there's not much here. There's only 2 Marines in this bunker. So what we want to do here is we want to test the bunker, and then we want to test the ramp. I don't know. This it sucks having the tank here. We test the ramp, right? And then the moment we see a tank, we back up. We send the Reapers up this side. We put the Hellions at the bottom. That way the Hellions can shoot from the low ground, and the Reapers can get some damage done. All right. So whatever, you see that it's double tank. This is indicative of a push. And we are now starting our first tank. This is Marines. He's sending his Ravens out to get some damage done. We have a mule that's not mining. There we go. We send them back to mining. So one thing we want to do, like, I like that we have the Reaper Hellion out here, but we should also have the Cyclone out there as well. I don't mind that we're sending it to try to kill the Raven. Not a bad call. So we're not producing tanks here. We have a lot of gas. Right now we're spending a bunch of minerals, but no gas, even though we're going up to 4 gases. Like, look at this amount of gas flow we have here currently. I'm assuming we're going to start a 3rd Raven here. Oh, we're going to swap over. This is definitely a mistake right here. An additional 10 seconds or so of nothing being done. So we're having a lot of idle time on our production where we're just not making stuff. Vikings would have already been halfway done here, and we haven't even started them yet. Yeah, so we just now started Vikings. It's 6:58. Let's go back. When did we swap that up? We swapped it over at 6:25. Your first 2 Vikings would have already been finished. This is how long it took us to get this, to have this happen. So the idle time on the production is most definitely a mistake. Quite a big one as well, because that would be the difference of having 4 Vikings when he gets across versus having 2, and you would have the air control based on the amount of units your opponent currently has. Now, granted, he's doing double starport, which is pretty hard to hold, but you get my point. Also, in TvT, I recommend taking horizontal 3rd because it's harder for the Terran to attack that. Vertical, or yeah, the triangle third is very close to your opponent. So what else could we have done here? We have no vision of any of this coming. So what we need to do here is we need to be sending out Marine spotters. One Marine out like right here, one Marine to this side, and then one Marine to this side. This covers your main 3 paths. This will let you know if any big push is moving out. And in this case, it would be really nice to know that our opponent is moving to this side, right? Because then we could get siege tanks in position here, one in position here. We could have this side covered. That way we don't pretend like what we don't want to happen is to get caught off guard like this. That's the first notice you have, and he's already at your base right now. Oof. So how many? There was a lot of Marines that were just lost unnecessarily. So he loses Cyclone. Tank siege up. We kind of derped around with our Marines a bit. Then we walk. So we just need to stop F2ing. We have literally everything selected. No F2. Keep these Marines on this side. And then just pull the tank back. Because what you did is you F2 move commanded your tank back. But what this did was it made these Marines walk down the ramp. Lost an additional like 6 or 7 Marines there because of that. So now that he's between your bases, this is a really hard position to break. The best thing are we going for it? Okay, not recommended here. If we were gonna go for it, we should have done it while we had all these units before they all died. But what I would recommend, I see you're coming around for the interference matrix, which I don't mind. But these Vikings should be landed if we're gonna go for this. That's gonna be the main thing. I was gonna look for your Ravens in a second. I do like that we are going around to get these interference matrices, but we definitely should have these Vikings landed if we're going for this. Also, the matrix should go down like right now. 1, 2. I got 2 shots off before the matrices went down. Nice, and then we should be throwing down all the auto turrets. So we let all 3 Vikings die as well. Killed all the tanks. Yeah, it was a very painful cleanup. If you had the Vikings landed while we went for that, plus after the 3 matrices, we just threw down nothing but auto turrets. There was no need to matrix the fourth one. You might be like, oh, I'm groovy. Why would you not matrix the 4th one? It's because it's a single tank worth of damage. Having 2 additional auto turrets in that moment would have been better. Would have been better for cleaning up the other 3 faster, plus damaging the Vikings if he decided to land, which he did. So the matrices could have been slightly faster before we engage. That way these first 2 tanks don't get a shot off. The missed micro with the unit movement right here, that was probably your biggest mistake this game. And then not landing the Vikings before we went and tried to break that. I like the way that you did try to break it. I don't think it was a bad way to break it, but the problem is that it just cost us a little too much, unfortunately. And now it's slow death from here. It's okay. Hopefully this helped, Nova. If you have any questions, feel free to PM me as always. I know we're getting in a session sometime next week or so. Whenever we can get around to it. So make sure to message me. We'll get that set up. And yeah, we'll get it to make it to where that you know that things like this are coming and we won't be caught off guard like this. Hopefully this helps you out, man. If you did enjoy, feel free to PM me. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.